been plagued with issues. You might have noticed that the music usually starts around 10 till. So you get about 10 minutes of music before we go live. I think you got about 4 today. And poor Brad. See, I can't even say that I know just a little bit of a technical thing. I know nothing with this stuff that puts us on the air. I don't understand it at all. Thank goodness I was sitting next to Ron Phillips of the Daily Mojo the other night at dinner, and I was able to order some things, and that wasn't enough. I have been so behind in life that I had to order an Ethernet cable while I sat here. I was like, crap, because I never got around to doing that. And I'm sitting here like, oh, that's right. I was going to get that. And I was going to, yeah, that's how insane it's been. So we will join Brad Staggs shortly with his WT Wednesday show. I'm just checking. Hi. Wait, do you want to be on now or do you want to wait to hi? Did you want to be on?
Do I want to wait until some of this makes sense? Is that what you're asking me?
I was just telling my audience, and now we're locked in here with Brad Staggs from the dailymojo.com because he does his show. And it's been a nightmare for him trying to get this thing to work today. Because we thought when I got the Ethernet cable, which I was just telling my audience, I forgot to order until. Shout out to.
It's not you.
Oh no! It usually.
It's not you. Hold on a second. I need to. You know what? Here. Hold on. Now.
Hey! Can you hear me? You should ask your audience if they can hear me because Brad cannot hear me through his show.
Hey, everybody! Can you hear me?
Yeah,
no. Can you hear Keith?
Me? That's the question. So here we are.
That's an excellent question. I think people should be asking themselves right now.
Let me listen to this. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think on mine it sounds like we're working. I don't know about yours. So I'm just rolling with it, man. And thank goodness I don't have a guest today. You and I could just do this for the next 2 hours. Just saying, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We could do that, yeah. We could. Hold on, I had to turn on my lights. I'm sorry, I almost stepped on the cat.
Oh no. Poor Duck Kitty.
I realized that all my lights weren't on, and then that would have been a disaster.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna look over here.
Nothing changed.
In fact, what was so weird is that when you got everything working over there, then it went out again. And you weren't touching anything. So
You don't know that. You do not know that I wasn't touching anything.
Your hands. That's true. But it's been so frustrating. I've been frustrated for you. Let's put it that way.
There's my hand.
Where's that other one though?
I don't. That's not funny. I only have one hand.
No, how awkward for me. Sorry.
Go ahead. Stand up, Judy. God love you.
No, hold on a second. So now I need to.
Where is Judy? Judy's dead. Oh. Judy, don't worry about standing up then.
Hold on a second. Hey, yeah, I can hear me on your stream. Everything's working. Isn't that great? But you can only hear me through mine. Is that right?
No, I hear you through this one now, too. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, cool. Can I just point something out here? You've got so much tea in you that you added it.
Oh, that tea.
You ended up adding it to your website, I see. It says at Real Brad Staggs on your stream, thedailytmojo.com.
Well, we like to advocate for tea a lot. And I blame that on you. Why would I want to? Okay, why? Hold on a second. In that case, hold on. In this, I believe I have. I believe I have the.
I want to be more intimate with your audience.
I believe I have the right.
Remain silent. Yes. Yeah. Wait.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Well, but.
So let me just show.
Where's the extra tea?
Oh, wait. I don't know. Hang on. Those are at the printer still. Hang on. Now watch this magic trick. Whoa. And then at my audience, it's Wild Card Wednesdays. Yeah, Wild Card Wednesday. That's very professional. That's like. And
that is crazy. That is so crazy. I don't even know how to explain that. That is so crazy.
Hold on, I just sort of considering how replete with problems this whole exercise already is today. Can you believe Bradley? Your middle name starts with a J, right?
I'm thinking about changing it to T just to have an excuse.
Bradley T. Staggs. I just realized there is no imbibing within reach. There's nothing in this room that is of any alcoholic content, sir. What is happening?
And you don't know what you did with it, do you?
It's down.
You can't find it.
I'm moving all the bottles upstairs. Carrie, actually, she would like all that extra space above the fridge. So maybe I should. And then it'll just be, you know what? Let's get, look at this. You know what? I don't need this. I don't need this. Whatever. What is this? A sign or something? I don't need that. There we go. Look,
I think you can.
Look at that. There's a
You can turn most of it down.
There's a microphone back there that I don't even use. It's a Blue Yeti, and it sucks because the wire behind it is always it's a.
Wait a second. You got which Yeti is it? Is it a tall? Is it the ball one or is it the tall one?
Ball.
Oh, it's that one. Oh, that's right. That's the one that. Yes, that's the one that
just fell. That's like the American flag. You don't let Richard Simmons touch the ground. Oh my gosh, what is happening here?
You've got issues. And I'm just going to say that.
Can I just say, this is going to be. I am in the shadow of a nervous breakdown. I'll just let you know. So I don't care what you see back here. I don't care. I need to go downstairs. I need to get some alcohol in myself.
We were talking about this before the whole disaster here occurred, that you were on the verge of tears.
Wait, hold on. Brad's louder. Hang on. We can talk about Brian here, but what's happening here? Is the audio?
I was on the verge of. I'm louder where?
No. Hang on. Everybody stop. Here's what I want. I just want
hands. Everybody. I want to see everybody's hands right now.
I need thumbs up if we both have the same similar levels on both streams. And if it's not, then what you need to do is you need to be very specific in the chat and say, Brad's louder on his or louder on yours or whatever.
And here's why. We should, because they're not stupid, except that one guy. But
he's a dumb.
The reason is we are doing this unconventionally through two different mechanical platforms. Mm-hmm. And so there's like 18. We shouldn't be able to do it this way. We were told that we couldn't do it this way. Beginning to believe them. But no, they said we couldn't do it this way.
Okay, Brad's louder on my X feed. I got to fix you. Hang on, I got to pull you down.
I was married twice.
Oh,
believe me, that already happened.
I see why you're loud. Hang on. Now, well, somehow the settings got. I don't know how I just checked them before we went live, and somehow another ghost in the machine changed your settings.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to tell you what happened.
No, hang on.
Come back. This is what happened.
Hang on. Hold on. Oh, YouTube fine and X is not. What? See, there's processing happening at websites that we aren't privy to. What's up, kitty cat?
I don't know if you can see what I'm sharing over there. Can you?
I like it
because if you can see that,
yeah,
that is. And let me see if I'm over here and I come down here and I hit play, you should be able to hear it.
Okay.
As well.
So.
This.
No, it's midnight. Give me that horn.
This is a problem.
It's midnight. No more playing tonight. It's midnight. Hand it over. It's midnight.
Hey, pause it. Hold on.
That's what cats do.
I think what's being missed in this, and just for the record, I can't see the Mojo chat, but let me just point this out.
I can't either.
This kitty cat. It's impressive that he can play all these instruments. That's not the big instrument. I mean, that's not the big impressive part of this. What's impressive is that he apparently can tell time and is always out there at midnight doing that shit.
Because that's cats do that. You don't know where they hide their watches, do you? That's why they're always showing you their butthole. because that's where they that's where they have their watches. And when they're licking, they're really checking the time. It's all making sense now, isn't it? You stopped and stopped because it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. There's just something. I think I made the comment earlier today. You don't see dogs out on the porch at midnight pulling that crap. Do you?
I mean, I've not seen a. That's not true.
You don't see dogs out there on the porch doing that shit at midnight.
Yeah.
It's always a cat.
I've been awakened by cats much more in my life.
Thank you.
Than dogs.
This cat, where did he go? He knocked this morning at, I don't know, 4. He decided he was going to try to climb a ladder that was in the hallway. Don't ask me why there was a ladder in the hallway, because I'm not going to tell you. But he decided he would try to climb a ladder at 4 this morning. And cats are they think they're so smart, but they don't know how to balance on a ladder.
Yeah.
Or maybe he does, and he just didn't want to. He wanted to knock the whole damn ladder over. So at 4 a.m,
yeah,
that's what he did. Because cats are dicks.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I'm sorry.
I'm not wrong.
Now I'm just checking the audio everywhere. Now I'm just obsessed with that. Hang on. I mean, that's.
I'm gonna switch over to the.
Okay. All right. So YouTube. My
over to
YouTube
these
is
because
good.
I can.
Hang on. Now I gotta close it. It's gonna be 2 hours of us just checking audio and obsessing over it, and it's gonna be the most entertaining Wednesday show ever. I mean, we've only done a few of them, so I mean, it's not like the bar's that high. So hang on.
Point.
Bear with me here. Hang on.
But see, we're rebels. We're rebels without a clause or a cause.
I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to this now. Sorry.
I know.
All right. So X is good. Okay. So X. So YouTube and X for me seem okay. Now I'm gonna go to your Rumble here. Oh, now I'm yelling. That guy needs to shut up.
Look, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Now you talk some.
If I talk right now, you won't hear me.
Well,
for some time.
I think we're 3 for 3, bro. I think the Daily Mojo Rumble channel is fine. If I do say so myself, the At the Mike Show YouTube channel is fine, and the X channel. And if it's not, then it's on your end, people. I'm just helping you out there. I'm just letting you know.
All right, so at least we're doing that right. But again, I want to reiterate to everybody
dumb
the
luck.
trying thing.
It's been dumb luck.
It doesn't matter what luck it is. No. It's the fact that, and we're doing this with how do you say it? Zero money.
That's fair.
This is I mean, we don't have big platforms backing us. We don't have Warner Brothers Discovery putting their billions of dollars behind us. We don't have engineers. It is just a couple of people and a couple of computers and a couple of different platforms that we have somehow scotch taped and duct taped together and put our chewing gum into the same mouth and chewed on it together and swapped it to the other mouth and then chewed on it a little bit more. And then
hold on. Now I'm confused. How's my audio better now? I've done nothing different, mother.
It doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying.
Now I think they're just making. Now they're just making.
They're just dicking with you. You know what? It's probably somebody it's probably a cat that's trying to use a human name.
Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start a give send go. Okay. I'm gonna start we're gonna do grassroots fundraising, and then we're gonna do a time limit. Whatever we raise in like a month or whatever from the good people here. We're just going to split between At the Mic and Daily Mojo, whatever. And anything that comes into like my personal deal or whatever, I'm going to put in the kitty. No pun intended. I'm going to put it in here. And whatever we raise between now and tax day, April 15th, right? Then that's going to help us keep going. Otherwise, we're going to have to reach out to Jerry's kids and kind of take some of their cash because this is tough to do without, some help.
We'll take card money.
Because clearly we need some sort of technical assistance. So I'm going to start that up, and then we're gonna see what we have.
We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how badly people want.
Yeah, that's right. Can I just say
that's
April 15th?
That's the scary part.
Is top of mind because I will just tell you this, and let me just say this real quickly. As much as I disdain the IRS, actually, there's a tax program called Tax Slayer.
I don't think you disdain them. I think you have disdain for them.
Whatever the hell. Why don't you fix more of my speech, Mom? So here's the thing. TaxSlayer has a bug in it, and I haven't picked up on it. It's effed me over 3 straight years now.
Oh,
Yep, and
that's not bueno.
I just figured it out yesterday, and I wanted to fucking cry because I have spent so much time dealing with tax shit for the last 3 seasons, and I just figured it out yesterday, and I can't wait to get somebody on the line. Do you know who this is? This is Karen or Chad or whoever the hell you want me to be. I am angry, and here's why. Because the IRS couldn't figure it out last year. TaxSlayer couldn't figure it out last year when there was a problem. I figured it out yesterday, and now I want to do bad things to.
Yeah, but here's the thing: that you probably, when you agreed to whatever their software was,
I know.
You probably agreed that even if they even if you went to prison because of a problem that they caused, that they weren't responsible.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into
had
it
nothing
other
to
than
do
just to
with
say that your software sucks. It has. I'm not as pissed about the money to like send in amended returns, although I'm a cheapskate and I shouldn't have had to pay that to begin with. I'm mostly pissed about the time lost and the effort and the stress and holy crap, and it's still not resolved for 2025 taxes. Brad, talk about anything else right now before I break something on the show.
All right, hold on a second. I've got something really good. I played this earlier, but this is probably part of what pissed me off so much. Do you let's see, I'm gonna bring her over there. I will not play the whole thing because I played the whole thing this morning, but this woman, and I do want to shout out to Audrey who sent this to me and really pissed me off because this is a story about the TSA. This is a story about a girl.
Oh, wait, I have
the
story.
Down the whole world.
Hold on, before you play this, let me just read the headline. You tell me if this is the same story. Hang on. Where is it? Hang on, I got it here. I was going to get to this today. Hang on a second. Is this the story of TSA passenger needing surgery after illegally forcing her through scanner? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, is it 2 stories? Holy hell. Okay. Staff, where's my drink? Okay, go ahead.
Here we go.
As TSA anywhere, but more specifically the John Wayne Airport in California, I have some questions and concerns. So if you could stick around for a second and help me through this. So I go on a trip, a lovely trip, with some friends, some girlfriends. And we were going through TSA, and the one friend gets pulled. They look through her bag, all good. She had some homemade candles. Fun fact, candles, flag TSA apparently. So I'm my happy butt with my candle sitting there. I was good. I don't know what happened. I was fine. She gets pulled. They go through it, send her out. Their friend didn't get so lucky. Not only was her bag flagged, but her whole body went blue, and they're like, okay, come to the side here. We have to give you the full pat down.
Her whole body did what?
It went
like to hear you, which I always thought was the universal sound for turkey. Guess not. That also, apparently your body makes the turkey sound if you go through the TSA and they don't like it.
So I'm like, okay, I'll wait for her out here. This woman comes out like 5.
It's only her laughing that keeps me from wanting to crawl through and
minutes later. And she's dissociating, and she's like, I'm like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, I don't know what just happened to me. Can we talk through? I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. She's like, okay, so I get off to the side like normal, and they, the pad, they had, okay, is it underwire bra? Something always flags it, right? She's not wearing an underwire bra. And
why do underwire bras do that? And don't you think that by now there'd be some, I mean, you and I, 2 idiots, have been reasonably able to make duct tape, spit, and chewing gum into something that broadcasts out to the, I mean, it's not perfect.
I have no part.
But we don't have how many $billion budget, right?
Yeah,
the TSA has a budget of who knows how many billion, and they cannot, for whatever reason, figure out how in the hell to make something that doesn't set off, an underwire bra that doesn't set off their stupid machine.
And they're like, no, your
Hoo-ha. She's
undercarriage
looking for the hoo-ha part.
is beeping. It's all lighting up on the screen. She's like, that's interesting. I'm wearing yoga pants. Okay, sure. Like, let's go through it. And they ask the TSA agents, like, hey, would you like privacy? Would you like privacy over here? Just
What could you possibly be doing to me that I'm going to need privacy? I mean, aside from the legalized sexual assault that the TSA enforces on all of us whenever we, it's not a right, it's a privilege that you travel in this country. You have to be subjected to sexual assault every time because they're just going to come up and do this to you. Look, I'm just going to run the backs of my hands across your junk, okay? I'm going to go across this way. I'm going to go up and down like this. And you're going to feel something. And you know what I can feel? The backs of my fingers in gloves are so sensitive that I can tell if you've got a bomb in there. Just want you to know, I've been specially trained.
That's not a bomb. I got news for you.
That's my big.
we'll pat down, like, it's fine, not a big deal. There are like people streaming in, guys. Okay, there's people at the baggage thing. There's people streaming in. They're all fighting for the containers, right? Like, it's busy. It's busy. So my friend said, no, it's fine. So she says, the TSA agent says to my friend, spread it. And she goes, spread what? And she said, your legs. And she said, okay, that's new. I've never had to do that before. So my friend, standing like Patrick Star. Okay, she's standing. Here she is, Patrick Star.
Which I did learn is actually I knew that's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Here we go. Hey, look, we got a reference to something in pop culture.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and the TSA agent, like she's at the gynecologist. It's like, you'll feel my touch.
I mean, again, it's only because she's giggling that I'm not super duper over the top pissed off.
I can't do it. I can't tell this story. It's so funny. She starts palpating my friend's legs. Now, my friend is going through her nature's God-given time of the
She's on
month. My friend's wearing an overnight maxi pad. It's what she's comfortable in, And I know maybe the Gens.
I'm just glad that men don't have to do that because I would quit the world. If men had to do that, we are giant pussies.
I'm done.
Probably not the right word to use there.
No. But
I'll work on that.
Degeneration isn't as familiar with that form of carrier for our time of the month. Anyway, as I'm saying, this girl was younger, definitely, who was like giving her the pat down. And so she starts palpating. Like stuff in her hand. Up there.
time out.
Yep.
I've never heard that word in my life.
I have heard it before, but I think it's only been from a gynecologist.
Wait.
I mean, not that I went to see the gynecologist. It was.
Look, nobody's judging. Look.
No.
So you do you.
Right, exactly. But so she's up there palpating. Palpitating is when your heart is like.
Well, maybe she's doing this. I mean, we haven't heard the, so it could be.
That's a good point. She could be. So the is sticking her hand like, I mean, this is just, it's sexual assault. That's what it is. You know what? If you're a TSA agent, convince me it's not. Convince me that doing that is not sexual assault, because you can't, because that's what it is. If anybody else did that, I mean, you can't require, before you come into this bar, we're going to have to check your hoo-ha before you come in here, because you never know. Before you come into this football game, we're going to have to ram our whole hand in there just to make sure you're not carrying a bomb. I mean, I would have been so pissed if this is your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, your mother.
How many pedophiles do you think go? I mean, because it's documented that that there are different professions that where different individuals with certain proclivities like to go and work, and I just wonder how many sex offenders. I'll say that way. apply at
That's
the
an
TSA
excellent- I don't.
just so that they can get paid to touch people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
What?
starts.
You start squishing my friend's bed. So what is this?
What kind of a dumbass that is? Well, it is 2026, so maybe it wasn't even a female. Maybe it wasn't a woman. Maybe it was.
So this person
I mean,
that's being assaulted, I'm sorry, that's doing the assaulting is not getting paid right now. And I was kind of upset about that. But now it's like, you know what?
right. Yeah, I'm really. Yeah.
She's like, that's my feminine product. That's my feminine product I'm using. And the girl doesn't understand. And she starts yelling, I need a second opinion.
I need a second opinion.
And this turns to her male coworker.
Oh, no.
Okay? So she's locking eyes with John. And John's looking at her like, you want me?
Yep.
And my friend's like, him? Could we find another woman, please? So they find another
Her laughing is the only thing that's saving me.
the girl. And the girl comes over. She's like, what's going on? She's like, there's something here. Something sitting in her garage. And the older TSA agent comes over and like gives like a quick sweep, and she's like, oh gosh, like, honey, you're fine.
It is just, it would be one thing if they had saved us all from, I don't know, mass attacks. But then I decided again to look up. We've all heard of the historical success rate of the TSA. When, by the way, the last time that they let those numbers out was 2017, almost 10 years ago, when their success, or excuse me, their failure rate was anywhere between 75 and 90%. Since then, we haven't been able to get the numbers because they suck.
Well,
At whatever the hell it is they're what are they doing exactly? Because still don't really know
who was
what they're doing aside from touching people inappropriately.
Yeah, and when we get through this this tale, I want you to Google something for me. So get your Googling fingers ready. Well, no,
I'm already Googled. She's basically done. I mean, just the fact that reportedly it's a woman doing the checking. And didn't know what I know. I'm a dude and I know what a maxi pad is. I mean, what moron does not know? And unless and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to guess that whatever this woman looked like, she may have been really ugly. I don't know. But unless she looked like the Ayatollah, you know what I mean? Right. I'm just going to say, probably did not fit the profile of people who have been attempting to blow us up. Just going to say, probably just your garden variety woman out there. And who the hell? Who was the douchebag that put the underwear bomber? Should have looked that up earlier. Richard Reed, because he was the shoe bomber.
Shoe bomber. Okay.
No, that was the shoe bomber.
Oh yeah, who was?
He was the reason we all had to take our. And then the underwear bomber is the reason that they were just going to look. I'm just going to run my fingers. Just you're going to feel some pressure right there, right across your
Umar Farouk.
Okay, yeah.
Abdul. Hold on. No, you got to. This is a visual. I'm sorry. This is. Hold on. Your underwear bomber name. Oh, that's right. Your screen's already taken it. Wait till you see this name because it's something.
I can't see where.
Well, I can't put it up because your deal's up. Right?
Oh, no, you should be able to put it. You can put it anywhere, can't you?
There
yeah, see?
Oh, yeah. My audience gets it. That's right. It's Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab.
Huh.
And that's all.
That's a little different than Jane Wilson.
So yeah, there's the underwear. There's Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab. So there you go.
Yeah, he was the underwear bomber. What dumbass puts a freaking bomb in their underpants anyway? What idiot! The whole thing. I'm just, this is when you hear about Grouchy. What was the movie with Walter Matthau and was it Grumpy Old Men? The older you get, the more you realize why men get grumpy when they get older.
Yeah, it's because we're tired of dealing with shit.
Yes, we're tired of the stupid, and you have seen so much stupid over the course of just 6 decades that you just get really tired of it, and you get tired of hearing these stories like this about sexual assault in an airport in the name of keeping us safe. Yeah. That's the part that really pisses me off.
And then people try to give you crap for caring about sports. I'm sorry if I need a distraction. All right, so back off with your critique of my hobbies, okay? And then of course when your teams suck like mine do, hey, what's up, baby?
That's why I like Taylor Swift, so that's my.
What's up?
Taylor Swift is my Atlanta Falcons.
What does that mean? Wait.
I don't give you shit for watching them. I like Taylor Swift. You can't because you Falcon. I'm not gonna go at you.
Right.
I'm not gonna at you, bro, to your face.
Right. I'm gonna go behind your back and talk about you liking Taylor Swift.
Yes. Well, yeah, I would hope so. I mean. No. Wait a second, though.
I said not to your face. I didn't do it to your face.
That's true. You did not do it to my face. What?
Wait, what?
Hold on. Here a second. You. Hold on. There. And then there was this, that now if you don't have the right ID at the airport, you can pay the TSA $45 for them to make sure you say you are who you say you are. Because now that whole scam, if you don't have the real ID, I am. Do you have to go through the TSA when you get on a train? Like at a train station?
Don't know. Can I just say, though, the last thing I want to see happen is an ID to vote. That would piss me off.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy talk. You start an ID to vote. What kind of a whack job are you?
What kind of country is this? Are we free or not, damn you?
Golly. I mean, or
let's just change Wednesday.
Or to drive an 18-wheeler.
Yeah. We don't need it. Okay, it's not Wild Card Wednesday. It's not WT Wednesday. It's Grumpy Old Man Wednesday.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Because I'm just so. Hang on a second. There's Sydney Sweeney. I like Sydney Sweeney too. Is there anything wrong with that? Is she okay? Because I mean, she votes the right way. So Sydney Sweeney's okay. It's just that Taylor Swift.
I see. My audience doesn't get a picture of her.
How didn't we solve this problem before? Well, hang on a second. No, you didn't get it because there's Sydney.
There we go. All right, here we go, audience. Brad loves you too.
I didn't have the right thing he pushed.
So
okay. Oh wait. So you okay?
Oh, something's his wheel.
See how this works now. So if I push that goes that way. They don't give us enough credit for being sharp cookies. Because I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different monitors in here. Oh, yeah. And keeping track of all of it and not sexually assaulting anybody while I'm doing it.
Oh, that's because no one's within reach.
That's a good point. You're right. I mean, you don't work at the airport.
And you don't work at the TSA. No, the story I thought you were going to read happened at Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport. Oh, my gosh. Time out. I'm sorry. If you're in Atlanta, y'all, hang on a second, Brad. This is going to be worth it. Can I just say, this story, the source is thetravel.com. I don't know. But it doesn't say Hartsfield Jackson. It says Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport. I don't know about anybody else from Atlanta, but that's a sore subject with me. this story is wrong. It doesn't have Jackson, and I love it. Okay, so anyway, Hartsfield Airport.
Wait a minute. This is the travel.com.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Because I'm going to find it over here, because that way I can show it to the people that I care most about.
So guess what?
I'm holding hostage in the closet.
Something happened with the internet.
What?
Remember, both of my computers are Ethernet now, but something has happened where this is a delay now. I don't know.
How is that possible?
I hate life too. I don't know. That's the answer.
How is
And
that possible? I didn't change anything.
Get this. The computer that I'm streaming to Mojo with, I'm having to run on battery because the Ethernet ended up going through the USB port, and I thought it was going to last a lot longer than this, but I'm just watching it tick down. So I'm going to have to switch that over to Wi-Fi in a minute anyway. Okay. I would like to dine in, please.
Again, what we need to do is put flies on our faces and say we're hungry. Please don't. That way we get people to send us money. If you have flies. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Please, I can't afford that.
Yes.
I can't afford wired internet or a sandwich.
So
I'd like to have both, and you can for $2,500. You can support me for the next 6 days.
So I thought you had this story that said this chick wanted a pat down search. She didn't want to go to the machine. Yeah, look up Michael Chertoff in TSA machines. You want to talk about DHS guy getting a lot of money?
Oh,
yeah. So anyway,
he had the rapist scans too.
Wait,
Wasn't he the rapist scan dude?
yeah, that's the machines.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want a. And so weren't we supposed to get? It went Tom. Did it go Tom Ridge? Did it go Bernie Carrick and he had to withdraw his nomination if I remember correctly, and then Chertoff, and I don't know. Anyway, after the TSA employee, see, both audios are synced up now. I don't know, man. Ignored the plaintiff's medical identification card, and plaintiff's pleased to be screened via pat down. Transportation security employee stated the only way you're getting on the plane is to go through the machine. And she had this spinal electronic deal in her spine. And so what ended up happening, she had to go through the machine, and then she ended up she needed medical treatment, intangible damages, surgery, chest pain, back pain, phantom limb pain came out of this, neuropathic pain, spinal cord injuries, blah blah blah, because the machine did something to her little spinal deal. What do you think of that?
I want to know what a spinal cord implant is.
Yeah, it's that.
She said she felt immediate pain.
Yeah.
She felt shock and immediate pain while walking through the scanner at Atlanta Airport in May of 24.
Hey, they didn't fix this story to say Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson did it. It's very important to people like me because I'm petty. So please make sure that it's just. Oh, this is
no,
people.
because
Is this
it's
people?
very important that we. Yes.
Is this people? So they probably put Hartsfield Jackson.
It doesn't say.
If you scroll down the scroll, keep on scrolling. It really matters to me for some.
Remember when the problem with the TSA was the color of their shirt? Remember that? And then W decided that, well, they would get more respect if they changed the color of their shirt from white to blue. Do you remember that story?
I absolutely do not remember that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. That they needed to have blue shirts on to get more respect. That's why they have blue shirts now. That was.
How's Kansas City? How's Kansas City and San Francisco? How do they get away with not being TSA airports? TSA airports.
Wait, they aren't?
They're private. Now, that being said, in Kansas City, I was not allowed to take a pencil onto the. Figure that one out.
I met a nice TSA agent in Palm Springs in 2004. So I know that one exists.
That person is probably retired by now.
Yeah.
So you don't
But
know.
I just credit where credit is due. I did meet one who was very pleasant and just nice. And
Palm
so
Springs.
I did Palm Springs. Palm Springs must have been 2004.
Why were you in Palm
So it wasn't
Springs?
that long ago.
I kind of want to know now. I'm invested.
Let's see. I was in Palm Springs doing a ground media tour,
Okay.
and that may have been when I was doing women's clothing.
You were doing women's clothing?
Come
What?
on, tell me you've never done women's clothing? Please. Look
No.
at you.
I don't know what
Here's
you
a
mean.
picture of women's clothing. It was because I was
do it.
working with my friend Cindy Piccoli, who was a
Oh.
fashion expert, and she couldn't do all of the locations, and so I became a fashion expert for at least a short time, and that was right after it was within three or 4 years after 9/11, and so they really did dig into your schniz back then.
Wow.
They really dug through your stuff back then. And so when we get, well, we're going to need to go through your suitcase, and they'd go through and they'd hold up the women's clothes because I'd go to the TV stations and the models would meet me and I'd say, here, put this on, put this on, put this on. And that had nothing to do with the media tour. I just got people to do that for me, which was good because I was, back in the day when I had some pull. Yeah, it was just to see who you can get here. Try that. Go down the street someday and you find somebody attractive and you say, here, will you put this on for me? And just see what happens. It's worth a shot, right? All they can do is say no, call the police on you, and you end up in prison. But
The police on you for offering them to just try on something.
that's a really good point, and I don't know why they did.
I mean,
But I'm
relax,
and I exactly. Look, I'm just trying to give you some nice clothes.
being a friendly neighbor.
Why you gotta be so mean?
So I was looking up Palm Springs because I have obviously the undiagnosed ADD, and I was wondering how close it was to 29 Palms. And then I got to thinking,
Pretty close.
it's an hour and 8 minutes. Right now it's green on your Google Maps if you want to head that way if you're in the area. No traffic problems. But 29 Palms, that's a really underrated song by Robert Plant. And Robert Plant was in Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin did the song Stairway to Heaven. And heaven is where God lives. And God was going to be the topic of tomorrow's deep dive, but my guest had to reschedule. So that'll be
God had to reschedule.
How did I do that?
Like
I don't
God's
know how
that busy.
No. God wasn't going to be tomorrow's guest. Come on. Now. God's too busy for the
Jesus.
Thursday deep dive. Now, Jesus is the topic in April, right before the Maundy Thursday. Is that what it's called? The Thursday before?
Technically, Jesus should be just as hard to get booked as God and the Holy Spirit, because they're all kind of tied together.
It's equal billing, bro.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
So I don't have a guest. So bottom line is I don't have a guest for tomorrow, but I have the next 5 shows lined up. Isn't that ironic?
Don't you think that's Alanis Morissette, who ironically did play God in, was it Karma? Dogma, the movie Dogma. Alanis Morissette played God in Dogma.
I never saw that.
It's, as I remember it, and I'd have to go back and watch it again to remember if it was a good movie or not, because I honestly don't remember. But I do know that that's where Buddy Jesus came from, the one you always see the meme.
Oh.
He's got his thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
That's where that comes from. Got your back.
Okay.
Buddy Jesus, I've got your back.
So
but anyway, where were we?
I don't know, but real quick, if anybody cares, the Nephilim show is finally next week. That's going to be next week. And then, don't tell Brad this, but the week after that, on March 26th, Brad and Kelly are part of Barfleet 10. And then April 2nd is the Archaeological Jesus. We're doing a show on that. April 9th, we're going to talk about vaccines and all that good stuff. That's fun. And then we'll do the God episode there on April 16th that was supposed to be. God's not the guest. I've told you he's the topic.
Well, you're a good booker. I would think you'd be able to get him.
I'm not. That's the most frustrating thing. I've got to just, you know what? I'm going to just start. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just start babbling on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then if Brad can join me, awesome. Kelly, Rebecca, just jump in here. No guest. I mean, because it's a tough thing to pull off. And then I'll just be like, hey, let me just grab something here to talk about. Oh, here's something right here, and then we'll just riff off of that. So how about that?
Hold on a second, though, because you mentioned the Nephilim, which they're large.
I can't wait for that.
large people,
Uh-huh.
large beings, creatures, Nephilim. But I don't remember how tall. Nephilim were pretty tall.
8.5 feet-ish. Yeah,
And
at
that
least,
reminded me-
at least. That I
Okay,
can't.
that, re-
This topic tomorrow. I'm ready. Let's go. What? Ask me your questions. I can.
that reminded me
I'll be the
of the didn't they just find really short people in Florida? Didn't they find the
Look,
bones of
look,
like
here's the
tiny
thing.
little
You guys with Ron DeSantis in his boot, you need to let that go. I'm quicker
I
without
feel-
the alcohol.
I feel like you need you got a bell for that one. No, there was just some new species of human or something
Really?
with the head this what was it, the head the size of a grape.
This is seriously tomorrow.
Remember that?
No, I don't. I know
Remember that, right?
I can't. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
it was-
I know that we're in the what the Wednesday, but just let me just a cheap plug here for myself. Thank you, Born Genius. Tomorrow at the Mike Show with Keith Malinak is the host. Guest is going to be Keith Malinak, so be sure to be a part of that. It's going to be fun. Go ahead.
Okay, I swear I did not dream this.
Oh, was it me again?
I swear I didn't dream that. There was something about these people,
I'm quicker without the alcohol.
It may have
That's all I'm saying.
remarkably so. No, there was about they were tiny people and they had the head of like
Oh, those are the Oompa
Like,
Loompas. That's what you're talking about.
not the Oompa Loompas. Their heads were much larger than.
Well, why don't you think about it while I go ahead and say thank you to Wes and Gabby at Second Floor Dallas. At Second Floor Dallas and Jeffrey
Seriously,
Apologist. You got to go to Instagram. The At the Mike
Nice.
Show. You know, Gabby's been putting a lot of great stuff up. Well, I mean, great. I mean, a lot of it's me, so I'm going to put that in quotes. But At the Mike Show on Instagram, be sure to follow along. I'm taking Brad's time to plug my shit.
That's it. Homeo florensis.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, and then it was right there, and then it.
No, they were nicknamed the Hobbit. It's an early human species, but I don't guess they just found.
Oh, look at
How
that.
did
Look
I
at
just
that.
know?
The Gare Bear jumped in here. There was a story a while back, Brad. People tried tying it to cryptid stories in paramedical cultures. What's a paramedical culture?
That was. No, that's what happened to the woman at the airport.
Pre-American. Sorry, pre-American. You're lucky, DeGare
Yeah, Yeah,
Bear, that I could reach the mouse from leaning back way back here because I almost didn't put your correction up.
Homo floresiensis. They named the Hobbit early human species that lived in Indonesia until about 60 to 100,000 years ago. And look at, they have cute faces. Can you see their faces?
Let's see. Cute faces. Let me see.
Look, they do kind of like hobbits.
Okay. Cute.
I mean, they kind of have a nose that looks like a butthole, but I mean, kind of, right? It looks like
it looks like two buttholes.
It does kind of look like somebody with two buttholes bending over and facing the opposite, possibly looking through their legs back at you.
What I'm trying to figure out is how your brain got to that as an analogy.
I don't know. That's the really disturbing part about the way my brain works, is that somehow the Nephilim, because Nephilim are big, and I went the opposite way. I went there. This was at the other end of the spectrum, that they were.
Look at that! I got snacks within.
They were tiny.
Oh, what do you think of that?
You did. So Chris did get you, and he did come out as Chris, by the way. One of the Tobys.
Oh, hold on. You just reminding me of something here. Let me pull that.
Did he send you the reminder to bring the food upstairs?
A lot of people did.
Okay.
A lot of them are in this chat right now. Thank you so much. But I wanted to show you something here. Are we ever going to talk about that?
Oh, how do I show that? How do I?
Oh no! How do you show that on your audience?
I don't know.
You know what?
How can I?
I
How
don't
can
know.
I do that?
I don't know, but while you
Wait a minute. Oh! What if I do this? Hold on a second. What if I drag? We'll all learn this together.
I have a new
If I
complaint
drag-
while you try to figure that out, and it's about me. I got chewy snacks, and that's not conducive to live streaming because I can't just like toss it in and just be fine. Now it's like I have to chew,
Right there.
and it's
Look, I did it.
look at you, man.
Gesundheit. Yeah, the little drinking fountain. I love that little drinking fountain that was, or was that the urinal?
No. It's both. It's both. It's like 2 in 1. You don't. These are rare. And so this restaurant we were at, so it's like the whole crew, right? And then Chris and Toby were in town, and we went to this restaurant, and they had a little potty / water fountain in one.
Which, if you think about it, that's the responsible way to use water.
Thank you.
You don't have to buy 2 fixtures. Why buy 2? I mean, porcelain. I mean, it's non-stick and it's non-porous.
So if I
you
zoom
don't
in,
really have to worry.
that zooms in on yours too, huh? Yeah, look at that. Cool. So see that phone right there?
That's
That thing is beaten. I need a new phone.
How many lenses do you have on that?
The better to see you with and stuff. This thing is
grief.
beat up and cracked, and the stand is gone, so I can't watch my sports stuff like without leaning up.
It's just Atlanta. They're not really sports.
Hey y'all,
You should try watching. You should try watching Taylor Swift on that whole thing.
hang on. I want to tell the audience. I want to give them a reason to care. Okay, they're either going to root against.
I'm about to leave, so that may be reason enough.
Oh man, so my Atlanta Hawks. That's fun. So they traded away their superstar Trae Young, as you well know, and they got some new players in. And ever since they got their new players, they've been on quite a tear. And they've won quite a bit more than they've lost, which was unusual for that trade. So I put $12 on them to win the NBA title. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to help me root for the Hawks to make a miracle run, because that would pay out $9,000. So there we go. Go Hawks, right? Come on, go Hawks! Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Now, when was the last time they scored a goal?
No, that's not right. You didn't mean that one. That's not. That's a basket. And they take a shot and they score a basket.
Same thing. A goal is a. But I'll leave you with this. Remember her?
You're leaving? You're leaving me? That's too bad. Look at that.
It's almost 3:00.
I'm gonna miss you.
Central Daylight Time. I don't know that you will.
But yeah, I will. I'll be here all alone, and it's gonna suck. Have you eaten all your mashed potatoes, by the way, from leftovers from the other night?
Meaning the ones that the little felon stole?
Look at that bag of mashed potatoes. Did you not want me to put that up there for the public to see? Well, your audience doesn't get to see it.
Wait a second. Hold, hang on. Hang on. No. I can bring that back down because I think public shaming is the way to go. Let me.
Look at that.
There's the bag of mashed potatoes, and I just want you to know that I was forced to hold them. If I blink SOS with my eyes, will somebody come and save me? Because I'm being forced to smuggle mashed potatoes out of restaurants. And it's not something I would do if I wasn't forced to do it. Remember Patty Hearst when she had to, for those of you under 100, she was kidnapped by the SLA and forced to rob banks.
Sure she was.
About 75 years ago. And now she's got a nice house and everything. And
I just realized something.
She hasn't done anything bad since then.
I just realized something, and I know you got a story there, and I want you to get to it. But first, I just want to say, I'm so thankful for you. I'm grateful for you. You know why?
Oh, why?
It's because, Brad. It's because without your presence right there, I would not have been able to take a side trip for 5 minutes to chew that MF and snack that is the chewiest damn thing to ever have been created. So thank you, because if I get hungry after you leave, then the audience is going to be just watching me doing this number. And meanwhile,
it's okay. You know what? They say don't eat on camera, but I think that's overrated. I think you do.
Yeah. So what's
I
this
think
story?
you could do it.
What's this chick?
Do you remember her? She was the chick she was married, and she had the affair with the 17-year-old student.
Hold on, get in line. Is she a teacher? You said.
Yeah, she was. This was back in 2017.
A teller that has an affair with a 17-year-old student.
And usually 9 out of 10 of them aren't ugly as sin. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so she looks like a normal chick, like a normal woman, right?
Yeah. She and she was let's see, the update here is she is still with her husband a decade later. So she's doing something right, because her husband stuck with her through that, and she has a new job.
Does she work with kids?
She's
probably not allowed to legally.
No, and to be fair, he's 17. I don't, and wasn't he like a week away from being 18? I mean, I'm not excusing what she did. But
how old was she?
The numbers. She was 25.
Okay.
I know. And so it's not like he was 12 and she was 40. Not excusing it, but there does seem to be something of a difference. She now has a new career that even earned her an award. She did enter a guilty plea. She spent 10 days in jail, followed by 4-year probation. Story says she. One second.
Sounds like role playing. Am I on probation?
Right.
Sorry.
Am I the naughty teacher on probation? She allegedly bragged about cheating on her husband with other men, according to police reports recently unearthed by the Daily Mail. Here's another.
Hold up. So hang on a second. Wait, are you talking about since the 17-year-old?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So the husband, I'm so confused. So he forgave her
still
for
together.
Sex with a 17-year-old. What about all these other dudes that she's banging? Is he good with all? I mean, this guy's a cock. Clearly. Let's be honest, right? I mean, he finds out about all this and he's like,
she might do that thing. She might do that thing.
Oh, show me how you do it. And I promise you, that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you.
It's possible that she does that thing that 1 in 300 of them do. Whatever that is. I'm not suggesting it's any one. I'm just saying it's the little finger thing, and who knows?
There's some comments here. I don't know about that. More genius.
I don't either. I've got to, my head is. I feel like there's a knife right here.
That's been going on a while, right?
It has.
Okay, hold on.
Ever since I had to get out amongst people.
So
earlier today.
Okay. Oh, so it's just today? Because I feel like your head hurt a couple of weeks ago, and
It did last week, but and it's probably just a brain tumor.
Because right. And I'll say there's been a handful of times since Thanksgiving, right? Yeah, Thanksgiving. No, not this Thanksgiving. The last one. Yeah, it was the last Thanksgiving. That's what it was. I can't remember anymore. And I had some.
That's been like 4 months ago. 5 months ago.
No, a year and a half ago. It started that day, and I had this or that weekend. Because we were out hunting around Thanksgiving in Nebraska, and I've never had a headache like I did that day, and I've had about 6 of those probably since then, but I haven't had one. But I haven't had one of those in months, so now I'm like, it's good now. So we're let it go, right? I mean, shut up. Yeah, I know. I figured my brain was probably bleeding, but look, at some point it has to stop, right? Ask the TSA people.
That's right. That's a good point.
Now, if you're going to leave me,
very good point.
If you're going to leave me right now,
I'm not taking away the biggest part of you.
No. Well, oh gosh, my computer back here just got dim. That means That means it's about to shut down anyway.
That means you're about to leave me anyway.
That's right. Holy crap. What is it happening? Hang on. But I want to play a feel-good video for you, but I want to share that with you because I love you that much.
All right, share it with me. Share it with me. Give it to me, baby.
This is in New York City. They're in Manhattan. It's Bill and Hillary Clinton, and they're walking down the street in Washington. Well, yeah, get up there. Yeah, he wanted to. You know, there's never enough traffic. That's 50 years coming right there. Uh-huh.
He was so close. Oh, she even knows it. That's why she's like walking to the other side of the.
He goes to the curb. He stays out in the road because he's so cool. I almost killed you. You know, I should have done that 50 years ago.
I've been trying to do that now for about 47 years, and you just won't die. I mean, I love you. That's what I meant to say. I meant to say I love you. It looks swollen. It looks awful swollen. Oh, look, there she is again.
What happened? Who? My computer that I'm on the Mojo with is it's so dim I can't even see. I can't even see. It's so sad. Okay, we got to figure this out. Ron, okay, tell Ron. This is very important. Ron, how do I get power and Ethernet to that computer? You know, let me switch that one to this might disconnect me. Let me switch it to Wi-Fi. And then I'm sure nothing's bad's gonna happen with the Mojo feed. And then once it connects, I can unplug this, and then I can plug in the power. Let's see here. I
just want to say you've got the power.
By the power of grace.
I'm gonna put this up because this is where I say I see everybody tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And I put that up.
Yeah.
But see, over on you, I'm still behind the scenes with you until where do I reach to do that?
Whoa. I don't know.
Push this button.
I don't know what's happening over there.
I can't hear you anymore. That's weird.
Where do I reach to do that? What is happening?
What is
over
going
there?
on?
I don't know. Okay, he left us. Okay, I already miss you. Hi, Brad. Okay, so I guess I'm sorry. I'm trying to get power to this computer before it completely shuts down. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But I would like to make sure that this computer stays on. Come on, man. There we go. Come on. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hey, Brad, you're welcome to come back anytime. You hear? I had all of these stories I wanted to talk with Brad about. And then, nice sleeve. Oh, good. You got a good close-up of the sleeve there. That's good. That's good. Well, Mary ditching me. Look at that. So she's just here for Brad. Okay, that's cool. One of the things I want to make sure I do on these Wednesday shows is at least go over a few books if you're, looking for things to read or good homeschool. Because a lot of these books that I gather around the house, and thank you for hanging out on the. See, he messed up. He was supposed to hand me his Mojo card, and then I was. See that? See, Mojo's got a budget. At the mic does not. Wildcard Wednesday, and now you're officially in the Wednesday wildcard. Oh, see, look, I can't ever get it straight. Is it Wednesday wildcard or is it Wildcard Wednesday? I don't know. What do you mean? Can I speak English? No, I cannot. Have you not noticed that yet? No, I wing it, and I try to make sounds, and I hope that a couple of words are retrievable by the audience. Okay, so do what you will with these book suggestions every Wednesday. Like I said, throw a few of these out at you. The 5,000 Year Leap, of course, is a must-have. Principles and Freedom 101. If you're homeschooling your children, especially, and honestly, anybody. And this thing right here, I have been through this thing so much. There is so much that you highlight, and it's just such a great reference. But A Miracle That Changed the World, the 5,000 Year Leap, the United States of America, and the miracle that is this country. There's some great information in there, and I would highly recommend that. Now, I recommend this next group of books for homeschoolers with a word of caution, and I'll tell you why. And I don't even know how available these are anymore, but they're the DK biography books, okay? But there's a catch, because these were printed. Let's see. Let me just check here. This one was printed 2007. See, it feels like around 2008, 2009 when they started printing them. They had a much more political bent to them. And in fact, the John F. Kennedy one it's unreadable. It's like that one didn't even have an editor. So just remember that. But I mean, you got all sorts of folks like Albert Einstein there. You got that one there. You got Annie Oakley. Thomas Jefferson's a good one. Abigail Adams. Then you got George Washington. Do you like that, podcasters? Yeah. What did he mumble there? Yeah. Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan. So anyway, but then something happened. If you look at the ones that they printed up after about 2008-9, yeah, maybe we put some politics in there. Well, look at you. See, look at that. Born Genius is so helpful with the book titles and stuff like that up there. So thank you for putting that up there. Very helpful. Let me just I'm trying to get the chat up over here. Hang on. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Now I can see you. Yes, we're live, Crawfisk. Yes. But I'm just catching up. Sorry, I'm catching up because what I see down here is not the same as up there, and I'm sorry. I just don't know why it's like that. And now, if you really want to go old school, man, get your kids these. And I'm telling you, you go to some of these used bookstores, and you can find some treasures. This is 1952, Davy Crockett, right? I mean, that's good stuff. What year is George Washington Carver? Let's see when this one is. I really don't know. Hang on. This one is sorry, now this is just 1954. Yeah, so these are old ones here. Robert E. Lee. How dare you write a book about Robert E. Lee, sir? Yeah, all these are from the 1952. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my guy, Marquis de Lafayette. Fun fact. I know I've said this before, but it is a fun fact. Of all the places in the United States named after foreigners, no places are named more for a foreigner than any place named Lafayette. That was a really... I should go back to the "Can you speak English" guy, because no, clearly not. Lafayette. Now, there's more things named after Lafayette than any other foreigner in the United States. How about that? Who's that? Matt Anthony Wayne. See, these are people that do not get credit anymore. Yeah, look at that. Huh? I didn't even grab all of these off the shelf. And no, my kids haven't read all of these. I had them pick out one. You pick out one. There's like, I don't know, 30 of these. Pick out one. And that's your, book for the next 2 months or whatever. Leif Erikson, Daniel Boone. There's a lot more out there in the hallway that I just left. Hey, I feel like, and I've read this next book I'm going to show you. Is there ever like a book or a TV show or a movie where you think, I'm the only person on the planet that doesn't understand, that doesn't get this? It's like everybody's in on the joke but me. You have books or movies or shows like that, because this one I feel like everybody gets it but me. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, The Alchemist. And this isn't The Alchemist. Okay, this is I grabbed the wrong Alchemist off the shelf. I don't know who this one is. The one I'm looking for, I guess I grabbed the wrong one, is by, what's his name? Paulo Niner. And you know what I'm talking about. It's not this one, because this one's spelled weirdly. So grab the wrong one. Who wrote The Alchemist? What are your thoughts on The Alchemist? Right? Is it just me that doesn't get this. I'm not blown away by the mysteries of life or what have you. Look at that. See, look at you. Thank you. Signature books. The story of. Look at David Crowd, Robert E. Lee, et cetera, et cetera. There it is. Paulo. Yeah. Paulo Coelho. Yes. The Alchemist. You guys like The Alchemist, huh? Just checking. Because, wait. Oh, gosh. We got an intervention time. I'm sorry. We got to pull the handbrake on the show here, ladies and gentlemen. Sue is driving around Detroit. Thanks for keeping me company. I hope you're armed. And I hope you're not stopping at red lights. No, kids, I'm kidding. Just good luck, Sue. God be with you. So I've showed you guys the it's over here underneath a whole bunch of books. My favorite book from what is 1888, the history of the U.S. Congress, and it shows all the debates and stuff like that. It really puts into context the first 100 or so years of the nation. This book is kind of similar in that it's, and there are other books that we'll get to that kind of do this, but I love this book here. I should have looked at it before we went before we did this show today, before I grabbed it out of the stack. But it's the American Past: A History of the United States from Concord to the Great Society. Ugh. Yeah. So it goes up to LBJ. And what's interesting, at the very last page, it talks about, you want to look back in hindsight, right? Oh, gosh, this guy makes me ill. LBJ. What would have happened if he didn't kill, I'm sorry, if he never became vice president to JFK, you know? Like, I wonder who, like, or I'm sorry, if JFK had run for re-election, you know, hadn't been killed just down the street here, you're running with LB, like, there's an alternate history out there. Go watch 11/22/63 on Hulu. So at the very end of this book, I'm looking for this. Here we go. This is the last two paragraphs of this book. Okay, and these are the only times Vietnam's mentioned in the whole book because it's into the timeline here. I haven't read these next two paragraphs in 10 years. So let's see what it says. On one likely issue of the year, he was outmaneuvered by a master. Quote, "Make no bones of this," he said in his acceptance speech. "We're at war in Vietnam." And he denounced Johnson, Kennedy, and Eisenhower for failing to make the war more extensive by bombing communist North Vietnam, excuse me. Who's talking? Oh, this is Barry Goldwater. It's Barry Goldwater. I'm sorry. See, it's show prep. It's a thing, just not here. Okay, so Goldwater speaking. On one likely issue of the year, he was outmaneuvered by a master. "Make no bones of this. We are at war in Vietnam." And he denounced Johnson, Kennedy, and Eisenhower for failing to make the war more extensive by bombing communist North Vietnam. Wait a minute. Goldwater? Hold on. I'm sorry. Welcome to Impromptu Readings with Keith. Wait, hold on. Wait. Now, how far back should I go back on this? I don't know. Was that Goldwater or was that what's his name? Was that Strom Thurmond or who's just checking? What are we quoting here? Oh, Goldwater, many influential Republicans disowned him or stayed clear of his death wish campaign. When he gained support among Southern Democrats, he lost the Negro vote en masse. When he tried personal abuse of the president, faker, phony, whitewash house, Johnson asked the Lord to forgive him. And when he earnestly tried to expound his conservatism, he put large numbers of voters to sleep. On one likely issue of the year. Okay, wow. Okay, whatever. Johnson managed this one with ease, while other Democrats called Goldwater a trigger-happy warmonger. The president pulled the trigger and began bombing military bases and routes in North Vietnam. So, yeah, okay. Good. So, it all ended well. Everything was great after that. And America lived happily ever after. How many more books do I want to go over here? How about I'm gonna save those two. You know what? Just we'll get to it. We'll get to it. What did I want to get to here with oh, come on, Brad, come back. We have to talk about the general, the UFO general. See, we didn't get to anything today. We didn't get to the Epstein guards. Brad Staggs. Someone, if you have his number, text him. Say you're derelict, sir. The UFO general and the Epstein guards are being discussed without you. Let's see if that goads him into. Okay. Just stand by and wait. Let's see here. Yeah, I will say, I mentioned earlier, very early today, that it's just been so hectic for the last week or so, especially the last 3 days. Good Lord, that I never had a chance to set up the Ron Phillips Ethernet solution, and I sat down here to connect with Brad, and I thought, oh, I forgot to get that Ethernet cable because I thought I had it around here. There's another Ethernet cable, and was not the case, obviously. You know, people like to rip on corporations like Amazon, Walmart. I'll tell you, though, there's a reason why they're so big. It's because they're successful. And they're so successful because they cater to specific needs. I sat down here and I went to the Walmart app and I said, I need an Ethernet cable. And it was here. And I tried to go back and see exactly when. But I think it was exactly 30 minutes. And I paid the upcharge and everything. But look, we got the thing connected. And I mean, it may or may not have been the greatest connection, but it wouldn't have worked at all without the little Walmart Guillermo. Shout out to you, sir. Biggest tip I've ever given to a delivery. So there you go. Thank you for the Ethernet cable. So I don't. Oh, good job, Born Genius. Look at you. I didn't even say Butterfield. See that Butterfield guy from the Nixon administration just died. No relation to Roger Butterfield. His middle name was Place. Is that right? That's a cool middle name. Let's be honest. Roger Place Butterfield. Yeah. Look at you. You found his middle name. It's not in the book. Wow. Shout out to you. Born Genius. There's a reason why you have that handle. I love this book. I just love this thing. It's just, I mean, it's, this is everything. Hang on a second. Hold on. I've always wondered, do you think McKinley, was there a big conspiracy around him? Like, you know, the guy was an anarchist and stuff, and I think he wanted a job. Isn't that weird how people would just go up to the White House and be like, I want to work here, damn you, or in government. You know, I want a government job. And hang on a second. I took some notes here to go over with the kids, and just if you would bear with me just for a moment. Again, it's something most shows do, called show prep. This one again is exempt from that. I said there's a quote in here. See, it says preacher quote about Washington D.C. on page 13. So just give me 1 second. This again is The American Past by Roger Place Butterfield. Where's this preacher quote? Well, nope, not seeing it. Good job, Keith. Well, maybe I'll be more prepared next time. I'll set that book over here, and then you guys can remind me at some point to read you my my homeschool notes there. How about that? That'll be riveting. That'll be a riveting show. Keith just going through, trying to read his handwriting and find the corresponding pages with highlights to share with you. Like right now, actually. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what that said. Something to myself here, a note. But it was good, though. At the time, I said, man, that's something we got to talk about with the audience today. Me and Brad. Oh, me and Brad, we're going to talk about Gerald, the dolphin, the construction foreman. You know, I mean, everybody knows that story was totally real, right? If you missed Friday live stream, the last show we did last week, a gentleman in Florida, it's always Florida, he went for a swim or something, and the next thing you know, a group of dolphins was taking him down to their underwater construction site, and he drew up some plans and helped them build an underwater city. Yeah. So Gerald the foreman, he and it was reported, I think, well, it was reported, let me see here, hang on, let's see what this thing says here, because I hate to tell you this. Can you believe this? Can you believe that? Okay, we got it. This right here, Snopes looked into this. Huh? Look at this. Satire. Ha! And we know Snopes is always wrong about stuff. So I don't know how much you want to invest in them, but there you go. They're saying it's satire. But, you know, sure, Gerald sounded like a hard ass. I don't know. The Dude Humor, Dude Humor Report, that sounds like a fun website, almost like maybe The Onion, I don't know. There is a real WXYZ local news station. It's in Detroit, not Florida. And so I guess it's not real. Whatever. Okay. I just thought the guy had a bad trip, but apparently there was no whatever his name was. And I've already closed the tab. And did I throw the story? No, here we go. Let's see here. What was his name? Let's see if I gotta check the name, because a lot of times the giveaways in the name, like if it's like Ben Dover swam with dolphins, when it doesn't say. Oh, Ricky James Hollowell. Oh, come on now. If you're gonna do a fake story, at least give me some double entendre or something, you know? Y'all, I'm struggling today to throw my stories away, because the closest garbage can is like overflowing, and the other one is like blocked by a table that I put in front of it. This is a show. This is a show. Sometime I should just say, look at all these possible shows over here. They're just waiting to be done. And I could just remember that scene. What was that movie with Robert Redford and Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson? And he's like, $1 million, you know, to spend the night with your wife. And there's like that scene where she's in the bed and there's money everywhere or something, right? That's what I need to do. I need to just put all the printed up stuff that this poor printer over here has worked overtime and spitting out these possible stories and possible guests and stuff, and just lay on a bed, just reach back and be like, fully clothed, of course. You're weird. Yeah. And just reach back and be just like, all right, let's talk about this story, you know? And then whatever it is, that's what we're going to talk about. But I tell you, though, that Epstein stuff, indecent proposal. Thank you. Poor G. See? Either you are fast with Google or you just know your stuff. I think you're a genius. I think you're a born genius. Okay, this Epstein guard story, I was afraid it wasn't going to stay on the radar long, especially when you're a nation at war, especially when you're a nation at military campaign. Did you see this? My goodness. Tova Noel, one of the guards there at the correctional facility that housed one Jeffrey Epstein. Why do I still have Brad's? I have an earbud in. Why do I have any earbuds in? I can't hear myself. I'm not playing anything, although I could. But I have this to this other computer, and that's pointless. To clarify, not drinking. Tova Noel, one of the guards. Let me back up. Well, we'll get there. But this is pretty astounding that at 5:42 and 5:52 a.m., she was Googling latest on Epstein in jail. Epstein's body wasn't found until 6:30 a.m. 40 minutes before he was discovered, Tova Noel was Googling latest on Epstein in jail. Now, keep in mind that they said that because they're supposed to check on him every half hour, and they said, yeah, it would totally. And they hadn't since I think the last one was at 10:30 p.m. the night before. And they said, now, didn't they say the orange blob scene in the thing that was her going up to check on him or something? Is a guard slipping into a prison uniform before making the rounds? Let's see here. The same guard made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit on July 30th, 2019, just 10 days before Epstein's death. Part of a pattern of 12 cash deposits flagged in the suspicious activity report of the FBI starting in April 2018. Somebody do the math on that. What is that, 60 grand? Bank records showed Noel received thousands. Okay, I don't know if they were all 5,000, but she had received thousands in cash and Zelle payments in the months leading up to Epstein's death. Yeah. Let's see here. She wasn't questioned about that when the DOJ interviewed her? Despite driving a $62,000 Land Rover, a Range Rover, the unexplained cash deposits, let's see. One was $11,880. I mean, she could have been doing anything. But boy, when you find out who she is and where she was and her job, that's very interesting. But yeah, the FBI is the ones that determine she's the orange shape going up to check on him. And if she is, that's even stranger. Why is she wearing an orange prison? Okay. Yeah, 1040. That's the so an internal FBI briefing suggested Noel was likely the mysterious orange shape captured in blurry surveillance video near Epstein's cell around 10:40 p.m. the night before his death, possibly carrying orange cloth, similar to what Epstein reportedly used to hang himself. Okay, what are we doing? Okay. Noel was on a double shift that night, reportedly shopped for furniture online. Obviously, I mean, you just got 5,000 handed to you a week before. Snoozed on the job, carried linen, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. These are activities that occurs. Instead of 30-minute checks on the inmates, she was too busy doing all this other stuff like shopping and sleeping. The other guard, Noel, along with Thomas and Noel, both guards, were charged with falsifying records to claim they had conducted mandatory checks. And that's the other one was looking into motorcycles online. I'm just looking to see here. I don't know. Do you think that Miss Noel killed Jeffrey Epstein? I don't know that I've seen a full body shot of her. And I mean that because, you would have to, I'd like to see, is she larger than Epstein? Do we think he's dead to begin with? Okay. I mean, there's one thing, he committed suicide. Did he? Is he dead at all? Seriously. And somebody sent me an interesting message today on the old X at Keith Malinak. And let's see if I can find this. And it was something with, I'm not going to be able to find this on the fly. But have we tested the DNA? Maybe it's his brother's DNA. I forget what the whole explanation was here. But anyway, have you called John Thune yet? Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. It needs to be on your to-do list every day. Yeah, prison guard driving a Range Rover. Yeah, how amazing is that, Karen? What does a... Sorry. Bear with me here. Around the year 2019, what was the typical salary of a prison guard employee in the state of New York? 70 to 75,000 annually. Okay. Did somebody can Google this for me? Did I read correctly that did Jeffrey Epstein guard Noel get transferred to that prison 10 days before Epstein was dead? Let's just see here. So she Googled it. Says here. Wow. I mean, maybe this story will get some traction because there's a Forbes story headline just an hour ago. Why Epstein's prison guard is now under scrutiny for his death. Oh, well then. I'm pretty sure somebody can find this. I thought that I saw somewhere. No, I won't subscribe, and I'm not. Thank you. Okay. I feel like she was transferred there shortly before he died, and maybe somebody can Google that. I'm sorry. All right. How weird is that, though, that she's Googling, what's the latest? No reason that anything should be different upstairs, but just in case somebody has gone and checked the cell I was at 7 hours ago, allegedly. Let me just make sure that there's not a news crew up there. I don't want to actually... I can't be bothered going to check on the inmates. Let me Google about the inmates that that are under my care. Oh, boy. Let's see here. I'm surprised there hasn't been more of these kinds of stories here. Let me just see. Is she a federal guard or a state guard? That was a federal prison, I believe. Right? I think so. That's a good question. As far as like the finances. No, it's Metropolitan Correctional Center. So there you go. Uh-huh. Interesting. I feel like I used to know that, and then I forgot. Why was it a New York State or more of a local deal? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. So did anybody find out how long she had been there? Miss what's her name? Miss Noel. Only the best show prep for the Wednesday afternoon show. It's the redheaded stepchild of the three, as you know. We do the Friday live stream where we hang out, and thank you, Born Genius, doing what I should be doing. So thank you. So right now, we're hoping to have all four. I know I don't want to make promises because a lot of times that doesn't work out. Thursday deep dive, no idea tomorrow. It could be just me rambling for 2 hours like this. I don't know. But just seriously, Tova Noel. Hang on. How long was Tova Noel at the prison where Jeffrey Epstein died?
Well, she clocked in the night before.
All these are Google. 30. Okay, here we go. Hang on. That's a Facebook post. Go back. When you're not on Facebook, I don't know how to maneuver this. She had been working. Okay. Yes. Okay. She had been working, according to this Facebook post. I know, but I saw this before, and this rings a bell exactly. She had been working in Epstein's special housing unit for 23 days when he died. That's what it was. She was in that part of the prison. 23 days. Got to get a routine down before you know where to go do your killing. What do we think's going on with this New Mexico general? His wife says there was no mysterious phone call the day before or earlier in that day. I forget. People were reporting that it was like he got a weird call from some family member. Remember, he leaves his house without a cell phone. She says he does not have dementia. She says he's been removed from anything top secret like that, UFO related, for 13 years. I love how we're talking about it like, yeah, dude was working on UFO stuff. Not they didn't exist, or I have no idea what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. No, they're just like, yeah, it was 13 years since he did anything with UFO or UFO related stuff. So I've seen it pointed out how interesting that President Trump says, hey, we need to reveal it all in the UFOs. Let's go. And like 3 days later, this guy vanishes, a guy who with intimate knowledge of Right Pat and all the UFO stuff just vanishes. Yep, just poof. Do we think, I mean, is there anything there? Is it just a silver alert? Is that all we're doing? I mean, how old is he? Good job putting the story way out of reach there, Keith. That's good. Just toss it. You don't need it. Let me see something here. Hang on. But you're oh, come on, board genius. You're totally needed. Come on now. Let's see. I've got all these tabs open. Underwear bomber, shirt off TSA machines. Oh my goodness. Brad, shame on you for leaving. Hang on. I got to play this video for y'all. I don't know what this is. It's like the 23 and under world championships. I don't know. You know, there's a pipeline before you get to the Olympics. I'm sure it has something to do with that. I have no idea. And I really don't care. But I want you to see that the score is 8-5. France is the Falcons. Russia is the Patriots. Wait, that didn't come out right. 8-5, right? And so there's 7 seconds left in the match. Okay. Watch this. This is the end of the match. Watch this. Now this says 3 points. Watch this. Whoa, you catch that? Okay, here we go. And Francis. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Now see the ref there. The ref holds up. Wasn't it 4? I don't know how scoring works in wrestling. That's 4 points. So let's look at the scoreboard. Oh yeah, look at that. The caption was wrong. The caption said 3 points at the buzzer. That was 4. That was 28-3, and he came back with that incredible move to win 9-8. France had to surrender at the end. I mean, that was awesome. That's awesome. I love it. You know, that's a kind of move. It's a desperation thing, right? You're like, okay, if you're ever in a position you need a handful of points and you got no time left, you're going to do the flying squirrel. Look at that. This, you know what that is? That right there? This guy right here? Hold on. Mr. France there? This is us right there. That's us. Every time John Thune gives a press conference. That's us right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, really? Yeah, there we are. Oh, he's talking again. He's not going to do the filibuster. Son of a bitch. Come on. That is pissing me off. It's going to be not so hilarious when 11 months from now, the House and the Senate are under Democrat control, and they are just blowing through everything they want. Everything is just going to, and they're going to try to force Trump to sign it. And then, yeah, that's what, Anyway, it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. They've already tried it once on the left. Remember, Sinema and Manchin stopped it. Where's Sinema and Manchin now? Those senators. Where'd they end up? What committees are they on now? Huh? What's that? They're not in the Senate anymore, Keith. I'll be damned. I'll bet. Speaking of Washington and the Senate, Why is President Trump talking about? He kind of keeps floating out the whole Ted Cruz for Supreme Court lately. I have a theory, and I would love your thoughts on this, because it's almost like he's floating out a test balloon on Ted Cruz as a Supreme Court justice. And here's my fear. My fear is that the White House, gosh, whenever I say the phrase "my fear is," I hear Hank Johnson. My fear is the whole island could become so overpopulated that it could tip over and capsize. So my fear is that what's happening is the White House is bracing for losing the Senate. And if you see the polling lately, see, look at this. See? I get this here whiteboard here. I didn't know if I was going to need this today. I don't even know if I can get the camera view. There we go. See this? And the poly market thing, right? You got the Republicans' chances of holding the Senate here and the Democrats here, and like I don't know. 6 months ago it was like this, and now it's like this, or no, maybe it's right underneath. Hell, it's almost that. Hell, by the time with this thing you see this, it'll be that. So here's my concern is that their internal polling says you're going to lose the House. Well, you're never going to lose the House. But you're also going to lose the Senate, and any chance you have of replacing an elderly Supreme Court justice like a Clarence Thomas or a Samuel Alito, 77 years old, Thomas Alito, 75. I almost feel like one of them came to the White House and, maybe January 20th or the weeks after that. We're like, hey, just FYI, I'd like to leave before Trump is out of office. I'd like to retire. So if you want my replacement, then you're going to do that. And so as it looks more and more likely, I hope not, that the Senate changes hands, they're having to revisit whichever justices have visited and said, hey, we'd like to retire. And so I fear that they're just kind of getting ready. Along about November 10th, if the Senate changes hands, they'll have somebody ready to go to replace whoever is trying to get out of there, like a Thomas or an Alito. Just my thoughts. Boy. This GOP squandering of the trifecta in D.C., this is going to be, and I said this on my day job today, I fear that this is going to be the biggest lost opportunity. We are going to be telling our grandkids and our great-grandkids about the excitement in 2025 and 2026 to save our nation. And we're going to be telling them this from behind bars in Siberia at a prison. Or I'm sorry, Alcatraz Island. Anyway, so yeah, boy, we had a chance to save the nation for you. But let me tell you a little story about a man named John Thune. So I just let me see here. So I think this is just such a dangerous time, and we had so much hope, and now feel hopeless, right? I hope I'm wrong. How about that? That's my hope. My hope is that I hope that I'm wrong. I had a poll. If we could get this to load. I don't think it's going to load today. My computer is being, it's a technical term that I'm going to use here, so I apologize if it's over your head. My computer's being what many would call a bitch right now. And so I will not be able to get that poll going for you. So maybe we'll have it tomorrow when I'm rambling incoherently. Do we get to talk about the Epstein files? I know I just talked about I talked about the prison guard situation there, because what did the Dow Jones close at today? 47,417. So we still have a little bit of time here if we want to talk about it. It's not 50,000 down. Is Pam Bondi? Okay, I saw a post. I don't know how real this is. Is Pam Bondi in hiding or something? What's going on there? What is she on a military base? What is that? What was that? Come on. I need to look at these comments here. I apologize. Let me catch up here. Yeah, the Islamic takeover. Thank you, Democrats. Yeah. Murkowski is on record as opposing the Save America Act. I wouldn't doubt that. Awesome. Cool. Good stuff. Yep. I'm just catching up here. Yeah. You want term limits? I've always been against term limits. I always like to have the final say. That's just me. I also like to have state legislatures pick senators, but call me old-fashioned. Popular vote wins in that respect. As I thought, I think we should go back to the states having a voice, and maybe the people don't get to have a say. You know what? How about I'll trade you term limits for state legislatures being able to pick their senators again. It's on the table if you want to take that off. Oh my gosh. So, one thing I've been really dragging my feet on is I know this is riveting what I'm about to say, but I just want to, if anyone from Old Spice, maybe you saw my tweet, if anyone from Old Spice is listening, why have you guys wasted so much money on this bizarre ad campaign for the last 10 years? And you I know it's weird stuff. Why can't you just say, smell good all day without the aluminum? Because they're aluminum free. I'm finally getting around. You want to talk about dragging my feet on something? Finally getting around to switching to an aluminum free deodorant. That's the one area of my life that I drag my feet because I like the smell of my Right Guard, or I don't even know what I use. Honestly, I don't even know the brand. Gillette? I think it's Gillette. Something Gillette. Cool Wave, maybe? I don't know. But it's got aluminum in it, And Old Spice. See, aluminum free right there. But instead, they give us these weird, talking animal things and just weird stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. They're all just bizarre. They should have just been doing a simple message like that. I think that would have been very helpful. But there's another tweet that I put out. I don't know, was this yesterday? I really don't remember. A couple of days ago. It was there's a study that I was looking for something else. And I love when I'm looking for something and I stumble on something else. And I realize that there's stuff like this all over government websites that got ignored in 2020 and 2021 and right up to today. But let there be no mistake that ivermectin was always thought of as a miracle drug, and by your government, and by Francis Collins and the NIH and those that were in power over there before it didn't serve their purposes. But look at this is a 2011 paper about all the stuff and this is at the NIH.gov website. I've got this posted from a tweet a couple days ago, I think it was. Such a safe drug. Here we go. Ivermectin has continually proved to be astonishingly safe for human use. Indeed, it is such a safe drug with minimal side effects that it can be administered by non-medical staff and even illiterate individuals in remote rural communities. Today, ivermectin is being increasingly used worldwide. This is 2011. And new and promising properties and uses for ivermectin and other ivermectin derivatives are continuing to be found. Well, let's just keep on going here, shall we? Where's that other? How do I get to that other? There we go. Some more stuff. Mass treatment of polyparasitized populations is deemed to be the best means of control, and ivermectin is the ideal drug for such interventions. Talked about parasites and worms and stuff like that people in rough places of the world had, and we're using ivermectin with great success. As you know, I know you've heard all this. The researchers concluded that mass treatment with ivermectin was an effective and safe means of reducing the prevalence of most of the parasitic diseases prevalent in poor community in Northeastern. Check, here's a problem right here. Merck had the patent, but it expired in 1997. So there's no money, as you know. I know you know all of this. You're smart. Hello, that's a zoomed in. Back off, man. Merck lost the ability to make money off of it in 1997. It's also known the prevalence of head lice is markedly reduced in children taking ivermectin tablets, and that scabies is markedly reduced in populations taking the drug regularly. Above all, ivermectin has proved to be a medicine of choice for the world's rural poor. And lastly, currently some 80 to 90 million people are taking the drug annually through MDA in Africa, Latin America, and Yemen. A further 300 million total treatments have been approved for lymphatic filariasis, with around 90 million treatments being administered annually. At present, countries are receiving ivermectin for and 15 for lymphatic. Consequently, around $4 billion worth of ivermectin tablets have been donated to date. They lie and they lie and they lie. And they do it because they have dollar signs in their eyes, not your health care and your needs at heart. And it is absolutely demoralizing to see promising stuff like that. I will say, I think underneath that post, several of you suggested a doctor that I talked to that is getting promising results in the cancer realm with ivermectin. And I'm just gonna, I want you to know that I reached out, said, and I was not familiar with this individual. Was it, is it Dr. Macon? I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm looking to see here because I did reach out. Makis, sorry, William Makis. I did reach out. Oh gosh, don't you hate it when you go back and you look at something, you're like, autocorrect. Damn you, autocorrect. DYAC. It changed Makis, MAKIS, and so now it says makes, MAKES. Well, he'll get back to me, I'm sure. That's unfortunate. Hey, Dr. Makes, you want to come on my show? May or may not pronounce your name right. I don't know. I want to show you this other story here. I'm very surprised that we haven't heard more like this. God bless you. If you took the COVID vaccine, I hope that you have peace of mind and that you aren't overly stressed by the thought of what could be going on in your body. I also hope, above all, that you haven't experienced any side effects from it, or anyone you love, I hope hasn't been affected or died from it. What a terrible, terrible. I cannot believe our society survived that. And when I say survived that, I mean as the truth came out and people trusted their guts. Where's the rioting? I meant the peaceful protest. It sounded like I said something else. Where's the peaceful protest is what I meant to say. But okay. Kudos to you and your restraint. Isaiah Carranza, this is where I can't believe we haven't had more stories like this. Isaiah Carranza was drafted by the Chicago White Sox in 2018, but never made it to the major leagues. Now Carranza is suing his former organization, saying it denied his vaccine injury after he was coerced into getting the shot. Isaiah complied with the mandate, reported serious adverse symptoms almost immediately, and repeatedly sought help. However, 22 is the last time he appeared in a game. Remember, he was drafted in 2018. The former pitcher has since alleged that team officials warned him that he would be blacklisted if he didn't get a COVID-19 vaccine. If he didn't get 2 doses, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, his organization would not release him from his contract so that he could pursue other teams. At the same time, he was allegedly told that he had no prospects of moving up within the White Sox organization if he didn't get this shot. After getting the Pfizer, you went through this. You went through this as well. You were told, yeah, if you want to keep working here, I know it. I know there's plenty of you right now going, I know. And I knew at the time in my gut, I knew that it was a bad plan. And yet I wanted to keep putting food on the table and pay my mortgage on time. Yep. And that's the one thing I will say. I will say that the management at the Blaze, they were sturdy through this entire ridiculously evil era that we lived through, 2020, 2021. And there was never even a hint. And I understand that most employers were not like that. And I'm so sorry if you were faced with that kind of decision, a literally life and death decision. So they screwed him over, and now he ended up shortly after getting the second, the Pfizer vaccine, extreme dizziness, nausea, near fainting, wildly fluctuating heart rate. Now the team said, you're dehydrated. You got some high anxiety going. You got rookie nerves, kid. So get in there and keep pitching. He said, the pitcher here, Carranza, said that he ended up having experiencing severe pain and dysfunction on his pitching arm. I don't doubt it. I bet. I wonder if he got shot in the pitching arm. That I don't. Let's see. The injury impaired his ability to throw at a professional level. Probably so. And essentially ended his career. He's seeking $19 million in damages, has an estimated $557,000 price tag and future medical expenses, he says. MLB did not listen to this. Listen to this line in the story. The MLB did not have an official vaccine mandate. Of course you didn't. But encouraged players to get vaccinated through its union and the league. Do you remember shortly after the mandates came down and everyone started getting most people started getting the vaccine? Remember one of the early stories? I'll never forget. There's a COVID-19 outbreak in the New York Yankees clubhouse. Huh. But I thought if you got the shot, the virus stopped with you. That's what I thought, because that's what I was told. Huh. If there isn't going to be mass upheaval from COVID and COVID-related insanities like the vaccine, there will never, ever be mass upheaval for any reason in this country. Never going to happen. They're never going to get in the streets for anything. It's never going to happen. Think of the egregious stuff that happened under the Biden administration, especially with the silencing, the free speech, and the being in bed with social media companies just because you had an opinion that didn't sit well with the regime. Never going to get in the streets. No, I take that back. Hang on a second. No, I take that back. The right is never going to get in the streets. The left will get out in the streets if you try to enforce laws. Let me just check my tabs real quick here. No, that is not a euphemism. I'm just checking here, making sure there's nothing. Scroll. I just want to see. I want to see if there's anything that's like a feel-good thing that I can leave you with. Oh, hang on. Oh, see, Brad's going to be sad that he missed this story. Hang on. Right now, I have a winner. I'm just closing tabs. Okay, yep, we're going to end up with this one. Here we go. This is awesome. This story popped up on my feed. I don't know the date on it. It doesn't matter. It is hilarious. All right, so this guy rubs lemon juice on his face. He robs 2 banks. He smiled at the cameras. He's like, whatever. He got caught in an hour, and it changed psychology forever. So says this post. Here's a good-looking guy right there. There he is. He's got more hair than me, that's for sure. In 1995, MacArthur Wheeler walked into 2 banks in Pittsburgh and robbed them with no mask, no disguise, and lemon juice on his face. He believed that because lemon juice works as invisible ink on paper, it would make his face invisible to cameras. He smiled directly into the security cameras. Police aired the footage on the evening news and arrested him within an hour. He then showed the tape. Wheeler stared at the screen and said, "But I wore the juice." He attested the theory with a Polaroid selfie and didn't appear in the photo. because lemon juice got in his eyes and he aimed the camera at the ceiling. His case inspired Cornell psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger to publish their 1999 paper defining the Dunning-Kruger effect, the cognitive bias where people with low ability drastically overestimate their own competence. There he is. Give me all your money. I'll just see if it was fact checked. Nope. Okay, just checking. There he is. Now it's the Dunning-Kruger effect, the cognitive bias where it should say stupid people with low IQ drastically overestimate their own competence. I can think of many politicians who fit that bill. See, because he got the lemon juice in his eyes and he took a picture, but the Polaroid, he looked like he was invisible because he was turned away or something. Give me one moment here. What year did the Nicolas Cage movie National Treasure get released? Okay, it would have been 2004. Okay, well, this is 1995. So lemon juice has been a thing with the visible ink and stuff. Tanner, how do you know it's 4 o'clock Central? Like, how does he know this? I have a dog. We had a cat that could tell time earlier on the show, and now we have a dog that can tell time. Apparently, he knows it's time for me to wrap it up. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. Hang on a second here. Wait on the show. Oh yeah, Kara had the magnet on the arm video. I had family members that did the magnet on the arm. Prove that my family does not listen to a word I say. They obviously got the vaccine and were able to do the magnet trick. That's not funny. That's not a humorous thing. Cool. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Whatever. Okay, listen. Brad and I alluded to alluded. Hang on. Alluded. We weren't escaping. We alluded to it at the beginning of the show. It's been a long week for both of us, and it's only Wednesday. And I hope that your week has been pleasant and gentle for you. If not, I hope it gets better. You still have a couple more days here. Be looking for that give, send, go. I got to do that. To help sustain life with Daily Mojo and At the Mic. And your help will, first of all, be greatly appreciated and will 100% go to just to keep this thing going. These things, Mojo and At the Mic. I don't know if it's a technical thing. I don't know what, but man, we're doing our best here. So anyway, I'm so grateful that you hang out with us as often as you do. And again, the One Person Project, please share this show with at least one person, whether it's an episode you're really fond of, or just it could be the website, it could be a Spotify link, whatever. And that's the thing. The Spotify stuff, and when you rate and you review, you give them the 5 stars or as many stars as are available. That really goes a long way to helping. See, that's what let me tell you what it does. It's not like, hey, look at my show has 5 stars. No, it tells the algorithm, it tells the computers, it tells the beast, hey, this show, people like that. So, I mean, it does more good than you can grasp, really, that I can grasp for sure. Good grief, I sound like Joe Biden there for a second. But when you tell the computer, when you say, hey, this show rocks, then it says, okay, well, I know this Keith guy probably sucks, but I don't know that because everybody keeps giving it 5 stars. So grateful for that. So thank you so much. And then we will be back here 22 hours from now. And I truly have no idea what kind of show will be coming your way at all. Maybe Dr. Makes will respond to my DM. Huh? Dr. Makes. I don't know. I really don't know what we're going to do 22 hours from now. You'll want to be here just to find out. Be like, oh my gosh, I might get to witness a crash and burn live on the air. That'd be fun, right? Okay, listen, have a good evening. Have a safe night. Is it spring? I want to go on record by saying I'll check the 10-day forecast here, but I think Dallas is still going to get another 32 degree day. I don't care what anybody says. Let's see what's the coldest over the next 43 tonight. All right, but then 40 next week. That's as cold as it's getting in the 86. 85, 81. This is madness. I know those of you on the eastern half of the country are like, shut up, Keith, shut up. All right, be good. Love y'all. Appreciate you very much. ATMshow.com, ATMshow.com. Thanks for all of your support.